President Biden's campaign is looking to raise big money in the Big Apple on Thursday, pulling out all the stops for a major fundraiser that will reunite him with former Presidents Obama and Clinton, as well as a bevy of celebrities. The star-studded night comes as the Biden campaign looks to bring in a massive haul before the close of the quarter to further cement his fundraising lead over former President Trump. It also serves as a preview of the kinds of names Biden will rely on to help generate enthusiasm among Democratic voters in November's election. The event is expected to draw more than 5,000 supporters and raise more than $25 million, the campaign said. Democrats are unified and energized behind President Biden's reelection campaign, and that will be on full display this Thursday in New York City, Biden campaign spokesperson Kevin Munoz said in a statement. Donald Trump has no juice heading into the general. Huge chunks of Republican primary voters have made clear they have no interest in voting for him this November. Republican leaders like his own vice president are openly opposing him, and even if Trump wanted to reach them, he does not. He has no cash or energy to do so, Munoz continued. Elections are won by putting in the work to assemble a broad, diverse coalition, and Joe Biden is doing just that. Thursday's fundraiser at Radio City Music Hall will mark the rare instance where Biden, Obama, and Clinton are together in the same room. It will also underscore the difference between the support among prominent Democrats for Biden and the reluctance among former GOP presidential and vice presidential nominees, including former President George W. Bush, Senator Mitt Romney, former Speaker Paul Ryan, and former Vice President Dick Cheney to support Trump. The event was spearheaded by Biden campaign co-chair Jeffrey Katzenberg, Finance Chair Rufus Gifford, Biden Victory Fund Finance Chair Chris Korg, and Anna Wintour, a campaign official said. Among the prominent guests expected to attend are Mindy Kaling, Queen Latifah, Lizzo, Ben Platt, Cynthia Erivo, and Leah Michelle. Late night host Stephen Colbert will moderate a conversation with Biden, Obama, and Clinton. There's a little bit more of this article, but actually there's quite a bit. What I find interesting about this fundraiser, not even just that it's the gathering of the supposedly great, amazing Democratic presidents, is that the spokesperson says, oh, you win elections by building a broad, diverse coalition, and President Biden is doing that. Well, I guess if you want to say that, but there's also that factor that I don't think they're taking into consideration, which is there are a lot of younger people, and there are some older ones too, but a lot of younger people who are dissatisfied with Biden. They might not vote for Trump, but they're not a fan of Biden either. They feel like he hasn't really been as good of a president as they think he should have been. Or they think he's too old. There's plenty of reasons. But what I'm conveying is it's easy to sit there and talk about Trump's failings as a candidate when you still are not out of the clear in terms of, can Biden maintain the full backing of the support he received in 2020 in a Trump rematch? Because if he's not able to keep those young people and that broad coalition that this article is claiming this spokesperson is claiming that he has in spades, it's not going to matter if Trump has some disaffected Republican voters or not. They're going to be made back by independent. Now, I'm leaning toward Biden beating Trump because of the criminal charges, and I just don't think independents will swing for that. But it still is something, the possibility of him winning, that you should take very seriously, and that should include courting disaffected voters. The other part of this that's really tragic is we hear about this night is going to raise $25 million. And I said, isn't it sad that you get Clinton, Obama, and Biden together, the trio of the three most recent Democratic presidents, and there's no real push for a conversation on improving the healthcare system, or increasing wages, or the massive amounts of homelessness that still exist in one of the richest countries in the world. Isn't it sad that you don't see these three get together for some major, big, huge story that's going to actually be a big deal and change people's lives? It's all just the mirage of, oh yeah, we need some money, so let's get together for that. I just think it's such a waste of their prominence, and I've went over this in the post-presidency video I did on Obama, where it's really sad to me that these people, they don't stand for anything, and the only time you can really see them come together for something is to enrich themselves or donate to a campaign. And it really plays more to the idea that being a Democrat isn't really about standing for any views or positions that are benefiting of the lives of the common man. It's just, well, I want my team to win this year, so time to get out of my bunker and go to this fundraiser in New York, the Big Apple. Just sad, man. It's such a waste.